Happy Friday! Happy Friday! It's Friday!
Another Friday. I'm gonna say this every week. Seems like we were just here.
Right? If you're on, share, click like, let us know you're watching with us. We're gonna share some Did You Knows today.
Yeah. Did you know that it was Friday again? And it was Sunset Fresh?
Did you know?
Yeah. So did you know we have some national days today?
We do have some national days we're going to talk about today. National Battery Day, National Caregivers Day, National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. Friday. Yes, we do have some national days. Our first one we're going to talk about is National Battery Day. But before we get to that, thinking of batteries reminds me I am tired this week. It was a busy week, and I feel like my battery has truly been drained. How you feel today, Sissy?
Well, I was feeling that way up until, our little theme song came on. Then I got to recharge.
Right? Yep. See, that's what Fun Facts Friday is for, to help everyone recharge, re energize, get a little pumped up on Friday, after you have your work week. Come on
Right.
and join us. We're here every Friday, 6:30. Join us. We're going to share fun facts, just a moment to laugh and debrief, I guess, from the week, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit,
Yep.
just a little bit of debriefing.
Yep.
But it's just good because it gives you something other to think about than, you know,
Everything
maybe,
else.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. That's how we're gonna say it. We can think about things other than everything else.
right.
Yep.
Because
So what?
go ahead. No, no,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna say Battery Day. It says that this is a day to remind us to be thankful that batteries keep us connected with a direct power source. You don't necessarily have to have a plug or connector. You can watch TV. There's some TVs that run by battery. Our
Mhm.
phones. How many of us would be lost without our phone? It runs on a battery. Even if you don't have it plugged up, as long as your battery's charged, it'll
You
work.
you good.
Yep.
Hmm.
That's what makes our phones mobile. If you could remember, think back in the day when we didn't have mobile phones, batteries are what help our phones be mobile. Well, I will let you know that the first commercially available battery was introduced by the National Carbon Company in 1896, and it started with the 4D battery. Those are the big old
That's
huge
a big
batteries that
fat
were
one.
created. They were created for flashlights. Yeah, those are the big fat ones. They could go flashlights. I think I remember when you would have like remote control cars and
Hmm.
most of your toys you got for Christmas.
Right,
All of
right.
those things were
Had those big batteries.
had the big batteries in them. Another day that we're going to observe is National Caregivers Day, and that is observed on the third Friday in February. And this day honors individuals who give up themselves selflessly to care for people by providing physical support, emotional support. There's a lot of ways you could be a caregiver. You could be a professional caregiver. You may just be a friend of someone who's helping somebody out. You could be hired by a company, nurses or someone to be a caregiver. But today is a day to honor and recognize you and say thank you for the essential work and the things that you have done. You
Right.
may be helping somebody just do their laundry or going shopping for somebody. You are still considered a caregiver because you're helping someone meet their needs that they may not be able to do on their own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
You
sometimes we can do it on our own, but we just need a little help
just
anyway.
need somebody to help you out, huh?
Hmm.
Oh, One day, we always at Fun Facts Friday, we have to share something about food. So our food
What's
is
this?
right. Thumbs up, thumb appreciation day. That's another day today too, sissy. It actually
Right, right.
is thumb appreciation day today. And before we talk about the thumb, National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. How many of you like fish? How many of you like crab? So this one puts it all together. Crab
Yep.
stuffed flounder. Now, how do they come up with these days? Like, who in the world thought of, I'm going to make a national day just for crab stuffed flounder day? It's the origin of the day is unknown, but we'll take it because it's a day to commemorate the dish's unique and intriguing flavors. And it's both things flounder when it's put together in the way it's made with the crab mixture is baked in the oven and
Mm-hmm.
then it's considered a delicacy, a seafood delicacy. Now, when I hear flounder, I think of is it Finding Nemo
No, yeah,
or was that Little Mermaid with flounder?
you know, I don't know if it's either one of them. They better watch
They're
out.
about to right. They're about to get eaten with some crab, right?
Right, right, right. But you know what?
Thumb. What?
Everybody, are you know, there's a lot of new stuff, with foods that are out there. People are experimenting more with foods or whatever,
Hmm.
you know, mixing this with this and that with this, and I don't know.
I tried a new recipe, and we've talked about trying to put together a cookbook or recipe book
Yeah.
before, and I found this recipe because trying to eat a little healthier, just think about how my health is. I want to be able to live and sustain myself. So was like, okay, let me try to find some recipes. I wanted some cookies, but I didn't want to add all the sugar and everything else that goes along with the cookie. So I found a three ingredient cookie, and it
Hmm.
is bananas, oatmeal, not really oatmeal, just the oats, and cinnamon. Those are the three ingredients. Two bananas, 1 cup of rolled oats. They could be the quick oats or the slow cook oats, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Do you know I made those cookies? Even the 10-year-old in the house wanted me to make some more cookies. They were actually really good and tasted sweet. The banana added the sweetness. And I was like, these
Hmm.
could be a nice little. It reminded me of closer to like banana bread type taste because of the
Hmm.
bananas, but they were healthy and it took care of my sweet craving. So, yep, there's a new little recipe for you guys. Banana oat. They're called banana oat cookies. I'll share the recipe on our Fun Fact Friday page if you don't follow us already. You go like our page, subscribe to our page. It's Fun Facts Friday 100. And you can find us like that on Facebook. That is also our email if you ever want to send us in suggestions to topics to talk about. Funfactsfriday100 at gmail.com.
Or if
So,
you have a three ingredient recipe that you like, you can
true.
put that on there.
Yep, share it with us. So, some things, every once in a while, we do a Did You Know segment. And today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about Did You Know? These are some fun facts because a lot of these things I didn't know until we looked them up to share with you guys. Did you know that there is actually a name for the division sign? It's not just called the division sign, it's actually called obulus. Obelus. And that is the name of that sign. It's funny how different things we see all the time, just like the hashtag. Do you know that there's really a name for the hashtag, Sissy? And hashtag is not the name.
Yeah, what is it?
And it's not called the pound sign. It's not called the tic tac toe square. It's
Eh,
actually called an octothorpe.
yeah. Okay. That's why we call it the pound sign, the hashtag.
Because how many people are able to walk around talking about octothorpe?
Octothorpe. That's Octothorpe.
Oh, man.
Somebody be like, what? Open court?
You know what? Another thing, right here in between the space between your eyebrows, there's a name for that.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that there was a name for that. I was like, oh, that's that little place where all the hair grows at.
Well, I don't know. It made me think
And I
of that
said,
movie. There was a movie when that guy had unibrow. That's called a
right,
unibrow when you have hair that grows in between
right,
and connects. That's called a unibrow. But we're talking about just the space
just the empty space.
between the empty space. When you have empty space in between your eyebrows, it's called the glabella.
Glabella. What?
Glabella. And there's actually a reflex. It's called the glabellar reflex, and it's a primitive reflex found in patients with Parkinson's disease. And when repeatedly tapped on the forehead, they blink continuously. It says people without Parkinson's don't do that. But that's something how every part of our body has some meaning, some function. So who would think that this right here actually has a function that I guess is causing you to blink your eyes when you do that?
Well, it's amazing how, just, you can touch a place on your body and it connects with a place that you don't even think, goes together. And that's, one of them. We sit here and we do this all the time and massaging, who would think that causes blinking?
Or even to think that doing that is a way that someone could tell, well, let's see, make sure I don't, because how I said, that's not going to, anyone without Parkinson's disease, that won't happen to, but someone with Parkinson's disease, that will happen. So it's something how that could be a way that they can use it as another test.
Now, Sissy, but
Yes.
we're not telling them when you tap that, if you start blinking.
Exactly. Don't use that as the only thing. Please seek medical treatment. Fun Facts Friday shares fun facts. We are not medical professionals. We are not giving you ways to diagnose yourself or to self-medicate yourself. Please do not do that. So, another one. Do you know that what do you call that little when you go to Starbucks and they put the little brown paper around your cup? I thought it was called a sleeve.
That's what Starbucks calls it.
That's not the actual name for it. It's actually called a zarf. And that one's sort of easy to remember because it's like a scarf. A scarf you wrap around your neck. So it's called a zarf. ZARF. And the zarf is a piece of cardboard to keep actually, they could be made from metal, usually silver, copper, or brass, sometimes gold. They can be made from stone, which to me, I don't think they used to be made that way. And I think they probably changed it because they realized
don't burn your hands.
We are going to burn these people's hands if we keep putting these zarfs out of silver and metal. So then they turned into cardboard. And they used to be used to carry coffee cups that didn't have handles on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you I don't know, but I don't know if you remember, there used to be sleeves for the zarfs for the coffee cup. And you would it was, cardboard, you slide it up and it had the fingers that came out of it.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, they used to have those.
No, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, well, they had them. That was way before my coffee days, but I remember them.
You remember those? Okay. Sissy, why don't you share another fun fact? I will be right back.
Well, so we talked about this, a tittle. So what a tittle is those dots over the eyes, over the J's. Those are tittles. It's like you have to cross your T's and do a thorough fluid, the T throughout. All of those type of things are called tittles. And we see them all the time. There's dots and we wonder, why is the dot there? If we don't put the dot there, then it doesn't make the letter. We think it makes the letter, but it doesn't. but it's actually called a tittle. And some people just use the tittle. Not some people, but I should say some languages, that tittle is very important in their language. Have you noticed that? When they put those dots, if you miss that tittle over something, then it doesn't mean what it's supposed to mean.
It
That
could
tittle
change.
is a very important piece of somebody's language or a piece of the word.
If you think about, I see the tittle, if you don't have that above the I, a lowercase I, someone might just think it's an L.
L, a lowercase L. Yeah.
Yep.
Those tittles are very, very important. We tend to sometimes we go too fast when we're writing and we miss it, but they say people when they're reading something, they'll read it as it's supposed to be. But with that, as you said, if you miss that dot, that tittle over the I, you're like, what are you saying?
Right.
What are you saying?
Be a whole different word.
There was another one. Do you know what the thing right here is called?
A dip.
Yeah, in your finger.
A dip in your hand?
No, it looks.
I don't know. What's it called?
This thing. I'm trying to do that.
A web?
No, right here. Your hand is like this, and you see it, and you see those three lines on everything.
Oh, like when you click on a menu?
Yeah. What is that called? I'm
I
saying
don't know. What is that one called?
It's a hamburger.
A hamburger. Well, it makes sense. You have the
So
bun,
look,
the burger.
When I
and
say you
then
can put it in your hand, you can put it in your hand.
Oh, because I was trying to figure out the what. Okay,
Because
Sissy.
I was trying to lead up to it. You put it here, and you do this. It's
and eat it.
It's a hamburger.
Okay, but that does make sense now when you think of how the three lines that click. You talk about the three lines you click on a menu on something because it's the top bun, the meat, and the bottom bun.
Right, and when you hold it in your hand like so, you got your bun, you got your meat, and you got your hand.
Hamburger.
Still three.
Oh.
I take it all the way to the
right.
I have to give you something to think about. Like, wait a minute. Well, yeah, what? You do. It is a hamburger.
Oh,
and when you hold it, it's still a threesome.
Well, going back to food.
That is food.
I started smelling something.
What'd you smell?
And remember I told you about the 3-ingredient cookies? So this is what it will look like. They're brown cookie. And the cinnamon, I guess the way the cinnamon mixes with the banana turns it brown. But they are very good cookies, Sissy.
Now, are they soft?
Yes.
Now, do they stay soft or do they turn hard?
They stayed soft. Well, let me see. Last time I made it, it only lasted for 2 days, but they stayed soft.
Oh, okay. Sissy, I got another quick one while you chewing there. What's the name of something that when you hear a song and you can't get it out of your head, you just keep singing and singing?
What is that called? Because sometimes that could be irritating, especially if it seems like when that happens, it's one of those annoying songs too.
So they
or
say
a little
that
sound.
you can't get it out your head. And the only way you can get it out your head is if you listen to another catchy song. But do you know that's called an earworm?
An earworm? Because it stays in your ear and moves around like a worm?
I guess so. They call it an earworm. I didn't know it had a name.
Me either.
So next time somebody says, I can't get that out of my head, I keep singing it, I heard it, and it's just still with me, you say, oh, you got an earthworm. I mean, an earworm.
An earworm. Yep. Do you know when you go eat Chinese food, the little takeout box, there's actually a name for that.
What's
Do you know what that's called? It's called an oyster pail.
Okay.
The easy to carry paperboard container is called an oyster pail, and the smart packaging design actually could be unfolded to form a plate. But with the use of chopsticks, it's easy to eat out the pail. It's easy to eat out the pail with a fork. But if you're going to open it up for a plate, that means you must be prepared to eat everything that's in it.
Right.
Because once you open it, I don't know how you're going to put it back together because sometimes those sides are stapled together.
They are.
Yeah.
Unless you tape it back up together. But once you
Yeah.
open those boxes,
Right. You can't, it's not going to really stay together too well.
well, I don't know, Sissy, because I never opened up one to use it as a plate. So
You said
I'm gonna have to
open
buy
it as a
one
plate?
and open it up and see how.
Yes, they say that the smart packaging design can actually be unfolded to form a plate. I have heard that before, but I've never tried to do it. Maybe order a small portion of something so we could try it because a large box, that's a lot of food to try to eat.
You're
Well,
supposed to
no,
pour it
unless
into
you-
a serving dish.
No, you're supposed it says that the box can actually be unfolded to form
Yeah.
a plate.
Yeah, but I mean, one person might
Oh.
not eat the whole box.
I see what you're saying.
Put
So
it
like
in a
if you
serving
get it
plate in the middle, and everybody, well, I guess you buy more than one thing. You know, you usually don't get
Right.
just something, and then each person has a different plate.
I get what you're saying now. So
Oh,
use
like-
it as a serving and then just set them on the table because
Right.
everybody does usually eat off of it. And then, excuse me, I guess if you have leftovers, just put them in the Tupperware like you normally do.
Right. Right. We got to try that
Yeah.
next time.
We might. We'll have to get us some oyster pails and open them
Yeah,
up,
get
use
you-
them as plates. That's what they're
get you
called,
an
oyster
oyster pail.
pails.
Get an oyster pail and try it out. You know, you can try it real quick and easy if you get some egg rolls or something.
Yeah, then it won't make
Yeah.
it won't make a mess.
Right. Right, because
Yeah.
I'm looking like rice or something. I can just see you
Might
trying to
speak-
open it, and it just.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see because maybe we may be surprised that it may have some
way
kind
to-
of where it holds it in the middle, but the sides kind of flap out. You know how when you open up a box and you flip
Stuff
it,
stays like that.
yeah. So we never know.
So we'll have to pick a day to do some Chinese food and we'll take a video of us opening it to show you guys.
Yeah,
We'll get a small side of rice or something.
yeah. But
Because
since
I
you'll
don't
be
want to have a
opening it-
whole. What'd you
you'll be
say?
open- You'll be opening, and you know this from Friday, and we all about food. So I'll be sitting there chewing, talking about.
Oh, that's funny. Well, you
Yeah.
have any big plans this weekend, Sissy? It is a 3-day weekend. It is President's Day this Monday. And President's Day is to celebrate or recognize the birthdays of President Lincoln and President Washington. And they used to have separate days and they combined it to make it to be one President's Day. I say president should be a day to recognize all presidents since it's called President's Day because it's not called Lincoln's birthday anymore or Washington's birthday. It's just President's Day.
This President's Day.
Yep.
No, I don't have really, anything planned this weekend. So
What about you,
that's
Wilson?
it.
You have any plans this weekend coming up?
Yeah, same as last weekend. Taxes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, taxes
it's
will be
that
till,
time of year.
it'll be till April. What is it this year?
April 18th, I think.
18th. Let me see. Yep, April 18th.
It's
they
18th,
didn't
April 18th.
extend it this year. Okay.
No, it's usually 15th.
Ooh.
So they gave you
Yeah,
3
3
extra days.
All right.
Yep. Well,
I do want to say, something because there's a Black History Month.
oh yes,
So-
Right.
yes. Have to share a Black History fact.
My you can't really see it, but
Say show up.
it says show up. Exactly. It looks subliminal, but it does say show up. So this
Ah,
shirt, this shirt is actually in the tag in the back. It is actually a Black History Month shirt.
Okay.
So this shirt, they have a lot of different ones, but I don't know if you can see that, but it tells you who made this shirt. Well, who made some of the fibers in this shirt. So real quickly, this shirt, the fibers, at least 20% of the fibers in this shirt was supplied by the Bridgeforth farmers. And who the Bridgeforth farmers are, they're the 4th and 5th generation Black-owned cotton farming family business out of Tanner, Alabama.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
So
That's pretty cool. Have a story
right,
behind
so when
it.
you say Black History Month, this shirt has the fibers from that cotton field there. And what's so cool about it, it says that it's a 4th and 5th generation Black-owned cotton farming farm. That just tells me that those kids, and then those kids, and those kids, and those kids, they are keeping their great grandfather's, vision alive.
Mhm.
That's
You
cool.
know?
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's cool.
so these shirts, these Black History shirts, if you go into the store and you see them, each one they have different designs and patterns, but you look, there's a tag on it, and it'll give you the history behind the shirt that you are wearing.
Where did you get that from, Sissy?
Target.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
I've noticed that. I've noticed Target's starting to have more of a larger Black History section.
Yes. So each shirt, that you pick up, if you pick up this one, of course, it's going to be the Bridgeforth Farms.
Right.
But they have a lot of other ones, and it's different, different people, either the artist that made it was a Black artist or what have you. But I wore this today because,
You wanted to show up.
but everybody didn't realize that it said show up. To them, it just looked like,
Right.
Letters. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. yeah.
That's
There's-
cool. Thanks for sharing that, Sissy.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat how they made sure we knew that about the shirt,
Yeah, so go check them all out. There's a couple of them there, so go check them all out. I just thought this one was interesting because it was a generational,
Right.
and you don't see that too much nowadays. Everybody
Yeah, carrying it on.
They want to sell off the farm.
Right.
That's the farm. So I just felt that I had to get this shirt because I need to support
Of the generation. Yep.
Mhm.
That's cool. Well, this has been a good, interesting show on learning some different names for things that we may commonly use or commonly see. And just like Sissy said, you can catch the shirts in Target. You also can catch Sissy in the chat on Sunday at around 10:30. And you can go to WOFCCFairfield.com, click on the live streaming, or you could come and see us in person at 650 Parker Road. Please contact Fun Facts Friday, follow our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Keep sending us in questions, information you would like us to share. If you have a business, feel free to contact us, and you can come and spotlight your business, and we post it and share it on our other pages. So
yeah, and if you have any of those special recipes,
right,
ingredient recipe or something real simple, share it with us.
Yep, we like food.
Yeah, and this time Sissy actually had the food to tell.
See you guys next week.
Bye,
Deuces.
Deuces.